Assalamu alaikum, I'm Sadaan Khan and welcome to another episode of All of Your Business with Mehtab Haider. Sir, the PTA says 5G has been launched in 22 cities using existing towers. Will people experience better internet speeds now or only after dedicated 5G infrastructure is installed?
Bismillah Rahman Rahim, thank you very much for having me. Actually, this information was shared by Chairman PTA before the National Assembly Standing Committee on Information Technology when the members expressed concerns over the quality of service of the cellular companies. So, the Chairman PTA, Lieutenant General, informed the NA panel that the cellular companies have launched 5G services in 22 cities because they have envisaged a plan to roll out the 5G services in phases. And it is in the first phase where they have launched 5G services in dedicated 22 cities and on dedicated towers. So, with the expansion plan, and this expansion plan of deploying the infrastructure will require 6 to 8 months period. So, in the upcoming this financial year and in the upcoming months, cellular companies are all set to invest around $1 billion to deploy the required infrastructure for launching of the 5G services as well as to improve the 4G services in Pakistan. And in the first phase, when they will experience quality of improved services of 5G, people of Pakistan are going to receive improved 4G services in the first phase. And we will see that in the upcoming months, first of all, the 4G services will be improved, and then the 5G services which will be launched, especially in the 4 major capitals of the provincial capitals as well as in the ICT Islamabad Capital Territory and in the adjacent areas of these 5 capitals. Then this 5G will be rolled out in the remaining cities in the second and third phase, and it will require some period, I think 2 to 3 years period. But first of all, 4G services will be improved, and we will see that these towers will be installed with the latest equipments. I knew that cellular companies have started importing the required equipments to deploy the modernized equipments in order to ensure improved and quality service of cellular networks in Pakistan.
So, Pakistan has appointed ADB as a transaction advisor for the outsourcing of Islamabad International Airport. So, will this help attract reputable international operators and investors and set a model for future privatizations?
I think government of Pakistan is making efforts to outsource different airports, and at the first stage, they are making endeavors to outsource Islamabad International Airport because it is the latest and modernized airport which we have, government of Pakistan as a country has built here in Islamabad. So the efforts were made in the past, but it couldn't achieve the desired results. Now the government has come up with renewed efforts, and they have appointed Asian Development Bank as their transaction advisor. Now they will envisage a whole transaction structure, and then efforts will be made to outsource Islamabad International Airport. In the past, we have seen that different countries have shown their interest, but that transaction couldn't be materialized. But this time, Asian Development Bank is a reputable multilateral institution, and they will come up with such a transaction structure proposal which is expected to be succeeded in days and months ahead.
Sir, interest in electric bikes is growing rapidly, but buyers still worry about the battery range, charging infrastructure, resale value, and spare parts. Sir, what's the biggest obstacle to wider EV adoption in Pakistan?
I think all these are the major obstacles, and I think especially in major cities, especially in Karachi,
Yes.
road blockade and road situation is another area of concern. But we have seen that EV bikes are increasing at phenomenal pace, and we have seen, especially we are talking about the urban areas, but especially in the towns and the rural areas as well.
Yes.
I have personally seen that especially the girls are riding over the EV bikes, and it's a increasing phenomena in case of Pakistan, when we have seen that the fuel prices have increased in the past. So it is a growing phenomena in Pakistan, but I think its battery, its recharging, it requires a complete infrastructure, especially if we want to see or promote EV vehicles in Pakistan, because without charging stations, it will not be promoted as much as we like. But EV bikes is a growing phenomena, and we will see it increasing at a rapid pace in days and months ahead. And Ministry of Industries, along with the Engineering Development Board, they have, along with the banks, involvement of the banks, they have also launched subsidized EV bikes scheme, whereby a certain portion is being absorbed in shape of a subsidy. So that is another mode or way to promote EV bikes in Pakistan.
Sir, FBI is seeking to bring millions of small traders into the formal tax system through a special procedure. Sir, how likely is that shopkeepers who have remained outside the tax net will now come forward?
In the last budget and for the financial year of 26-27, the government has come up with a special fixed tax scheme for the retailers. And they have amended the law of income tax of 99B, and now FBR has come up with a special draft procedures in order to bring more than 3 million retailers into the tax net. Under this scheme, they will have to pay 1% of their gross turnover, and this scheme can only be availed by those who have turnover of less than 200 million. Exceeding 200 million of turnover will not be eligible for this scheme. So all those who have turnover of less than 200 million on per annum basis, they will have to pay 1% of the gross amount, or they will have to pay 25,000 rupees, and they will not be selected for any audit. And Government of Pakistan will issue a QR code, which a plate of QR code, which they are going to display at the premises of their shop. And FBR official will not be allowed to enter if that QR code related plate is in place at their shop. So this scheme, government has come up with this scheme in order to generate at least rupees 50 billion in this financial year, and it is hoped, and FBR has estimated that more than 1 million people at least will avail this scheme, and they will become part of the taxation system of the country.
सर आखिरी सवाल है, पेट्रोल प्राइसेस जो है वो रिवीजन आ रही है तो इंक्रीज होंगी या नीचे जाएंगी?
देखिए, इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में प्राइसेस हैव एस्केलेटेड, प्राइसेस ऊपर गई हैं, एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान इज अंडर IMF प्रोग्राम. गवर्नमेंट सब्सिडी नहीं दे सकती. IMF के साथ हमने बातचीत की हुई है, वेयर वी हैव इन्वेस्टेड दैट रुपीज़ 80 पर लीटर levy, petroleum levy will be imposed both on petrol as well as on HSD, high-speed diesel. So keeping in view this and keeping in view the escalated prices, Government of Pakistan will have to increase the prices, but ultimately the OGRA and the relevant ministries are come up with their calculation, and the final decision will be taken with the approval of the competent authority.